A guard rushes in front of you, and before you can flinch, the point of a sharp spear touches the underside of your jaw. It would draw blood if you had blood to draw.
Halt! State your name, now!
Oh, for goodness sake, woman, lower your spear. That is no way to greet a guest.
Isbeel, I've not known you to be so welcoming to strangers.
Have I yet to disappoint your highness in matters of security?
Your Majesty?
Do as she says. Lower your spear.
Yes, of course, my queen.
Quite sure, Your Majesty.
A most unusual visit, I should say.
One we are most certainly equipped to handle, Your Majesty.
Are you sure? At this most sensitive hour?
Quite sure, Your Majesty.
A most unusual visit, I should say.
One we are most certainly equipped to handle, Your Majesty.
Are you sure? At this
I'm watching you. One misstep and I will have your head.
Your Highness, Bloom of Duna, Flame of the Forge, I present to you the spouse of the sun, the world tamer, the Red Prince.
Queen Justinia sucks in her cheeks, then offers you her unwavering hand. The woman called Isbale glares at you with stony face and obdurate eyes.
You are in the presence of royalty. Her Highness is due proper respect from subject and admirer alike.
Now. Let's not intimidate our guest further, Isbeel. I am yet too intrigued to give him leave. Why do you allow the Crimson Prince before me?
My queen, the scaled specimen before you is a god-woken, a claimant to the divine throne.
The Queen wrinkles her face and gives Isbale a sideways glance. Isbale's red-brown eyes meet her gaze head-on.
Many have laid claim to Lucian's legacy, including his own inferior spawn. I presume our visitor has more than a vague title to boast of.
I am consort to Her Royal Highness Justinia. It is my business to know who serves the Queen's allies and abets her enemies. Lizard royalty does not roam this land unnoticed. Now, let us continue.
Isbale clears her throat and continues her litany.
He has escaped the island prison to which the Order confined him. A feat deserving a modicum of respect.
A refugee from the Joy, then. Impressive. Few avoid the Magister's watchful eyes. Can this god woken declare other triumphs, Isby?
The God-Woken arrogated the Lady Vengeance, the very vessel that terrorized the high seas under the Hammer's command.
The Queen's eyes grow wide, and she nods appreciatively, then looks to Isbel to continue the ovations.
It is good and right that you mourn the dead, God-Woken, but do not let your sorrow linger. Many a good warrior has buried his courage along with the dead. Look ahead, not behind.
The God-Woken has slain his very own. Alexander, son of the Lake Divine, has fallen to his superior might.
Indeed. Slayed by your hand, then. The cub once pleaded with me to aid in his sorcerer pogrom. I cannot deplore your actions, as loath as I am to admit it.
The Queen smiles her approval and looks to her advisor.
The great sorcerer Riker, a lone wolf known for his manipulation of the innocent dead, died by our visitor's hand, Your Majesty.
I do not know of this Riker. I trust his death was well deserved. Basic decency is none too common in modern Rivellion, though I needn't tell you this. Still, a shame that such a capable man would pursue matters so vile.
Our venerated guest has brought hope to the elven tribes by ending the slaughter of their ancestors.
So you eliminated the butcher responsible, I presume. You have earned your swagger, my good man.
My queen, the God-Woken hobbled the Black Ring by slicing off one of its limbs, a necromancer known as the Sallow Man.
Isbel's hot stare burns into your soul. You meet her gaze with one of your own, though you know you could never match her intensity.
Splendid. The Black Ring has proven a chaotic element at a time when control is imperative. I'm overawed. True.
I've no more of your accomplishments to announce. If I didn't know better, I'd think you almost vain. Well, I see no reason to mince words, God-Woken. You're here to die.
Isbel, whatever's gotten into you? Malodorous it may be, but this is still a court, not a gallows.
Your Majesty, the God-Woken is no ally, but enemy. He would throw your plans in disarray. You have worked so hard. Arcs must fall to the death bog.
I am no monster. Isbel, what say you?
Justinia turns to Isbel, looking for answers or comfort, and Isbel begins to chuckle. Her laugh is low and measured at first, but grows in magnitude until she can barely breathe.
Oh, but you're a clever one, aren't you, Prince? Fine. I'm tired of pretending I serve this weak wench anyway. But it doesn't matter. You can't stop the death fog. The wheels are in motion.
Isbel?
Shut your royal maw, Justinia. Arcs will fall and your memory writ. They will believe it was your will, your plan, your command.
For a moment, Isbel appears almost relaxed. Her eyes flash blue. Her face quivers.
Isbiel?
My queen, forgive me, I...
Isbale screams in pain and clutches her head. She bobs and sways, muttering indecipherable words under her breath.
Bedek kifamod un kaegad, rewem eke sifavin et bukamar anafking, gogenin ik shi.
Awake to the cold gaze of 1,000 stones and the hot gaze of the dwarf Isbale, right hand of the queen.
Oh, good. You're awake. At first I figured I'd just kill you. But then I thought, Isbiel, you're wasting an opportunity here. Don't bother thanking me just yet, though. I dare say you'll be begging to die before long. I'll start with lesser toxins, just to see how you react, and take it from there. How strong a dose can a godwoken handle? How long does it take for one to succumb? So many questions.
Your lips open, but no words spill forth. You try to lift your head, but it is no match for gravity. She has paralyzed you. Only your eyes are free to move.
Don't fight it. You'll only make things worse. Oh, but I've been so rude. You should know the real me. Oh, it's good to get myself a rest. Those masks can be darned pesky, can't they, my marrowful friend?
Every ounce of energy within you evaporates. You have no more control over your own source than you do of your flaccid body. Isbale shakes her head at you. Tut, tut.
Do try to relax. The harder you fight, the harder the experiment will be on you. That dose proves quite alarming for my normal subjects. I'd forgotten that you are, well, anything but normal.
The attempt is futile. Every inch of your body is useless, though your senses still register every sight, sound, and smell.
Let's see now. I have just the thing. Just a spritz, mind you.
You struggle to move, and you feel your toes wiggle, and your fingers twitch. The paralysis is waning.
Interesting. Some of the results are quite unexpected. Now, let's move on to death fog. Live or die, you've already proven most... Well, I was going to say useful, but perhaps entertaining is the better word.
Isabel turns the valve, but no fog wafts forth. In that moment, you feel your marrow awaken. You've regained control of your own bones at last.
What's wrong with it? Guards! Come! The Godwoker's broken free of my spell!
bad, dwarf. Now to find Queen Justinia.
Safe in my death. I faced the grave before, you know. Get through the God King. I have eternal life. The Master's purpose is his own to speak, not mine. You're good with words, so sincere. I almost believed you. But let's pretend I fell for your little persuasion game. I'll tell you the Black Ring's plans on one condition. You...
The spirit pauses, then nods.
The God King feeds on war, on death, on disease. On the rich source the living ones carried within them, knowingly or not. I think this clear by now. The Death Fog was not just a murder bomb, but a tool. A tool for sowing discord. A tool for pitting the Order against the Dwarven Kingdom. A tool for ridding us of those who would see us fail. Every race, every creed, and every claimant to the title of Divine.
Isbel's voice rises, and her fists tighten. You presume she'd have gone red with fury, were she not wholly translucent.
I lived for that day, God-woken. The flesh of every Magister melted like butter in the sun. The Paladin's eyes bugged out in horror as they watched their spouses and children choke on the death fog, clogging their lungs. There would be screams first. Then silence.
The spirit's eyes and mouth narrow. In her silence, the noise of splashing sewer water bounces from the stony walls and into your ears. You have lit Isbel's fire. She is a bomb, a banshee, an erupting volcano.
You couldn't know! You weren't there! When the portal opened and the death fog poured in, you weren't there! To see their skin burst, to see the blood bubbles foam from their mouths. Have you ever felt your own saliva sizzle? Have you ever felt your own brain pressing against the inside of your skull? I have felt it. That agony was the doing of the Divine. His order to suffer the same fate is not punishment enough. In death, I was given a chance. I made a decision. One that I have never regretted. It must be the God King to claim me. How is it you?
struggles for breath, a breath that will never come. An eternity choking to death beckons. A nauseating wave of pain and fear washes from the spirit. Pain from what was inflicted upon her, and fear that her suffering would never end. The spirit laughs soundlessly at something unseen. You realize that what you thought was a maniacal glint in his eye is, in fact, the last glowing embers of the acidic fire that burned his eyeballs away.
I found something.
Twisted and torn in her heart and her mind, the spirit emits an unbearable desire for it all to be over, for good and forever.
Found something. That sounds like the Queen.
Isbiel, the traitor! Where is she? I will split her black skull in two! Get your hands away from me! I'm fine. Certainly healthy enough to deal with these turncoats.
She motions to the fallen guards littering the walkway. It's an impressive number of bodies.
By whose hand?
Yours? It should have been my own axe to slice her neck. Take me to her bones. I've a mind to chop them into pieces, the foul witch!
Justinia struggles to control her rage. She closes her eyes. She breathes the Sue's fetid air. She waits.
She is dead. And that is that.
Justinia pounds a fist against her palm. One smack, then a second, then a third.
You may not believe me, but what I did, I thought I did for the sake of my people. The sinking of the Peacemaker, the Driftwood smuggling operation, the Death Fog, Black Peak Isle. Power always comes at a great cost. Sometimes you have to take some lives to save others. And I shall always put Dwarven lives first. You must understand this.
It was only a matter of time, she said.
And I never doubted it. The scouts talked of living weapons nailed to crosses, of blank-faced wizards, an entire force of them. If we didn't come for the Order, the Magisters and Paladins, they would come for us. They had my ear all the while, the Black Ring. I'm sorry. Truly sorry to think of it.
She was a scientist of sorts, or so the town criers chanted. She knew of the ways of nature and beyond, and I invited her to court to show me. She healed the sick and soothed the wounded. I saw it with my own eyes. I brought her close. Her words were wise, and her aims, well, they seemed so pure. It was after Alexander assembled the quorum that Isbiel turned my mind to thoughts of war. Our scouts and spies aided dwarven sorcerers where and when they could, but Isbiel insisted the monks and shriekers would touch dwarven land. When we came to Arx to prepare, she rarely left my side except to tend to her laboratory. I'd no idea what atrocities she'd been committing there. The void closes in then. It's so much more dangerous than even Death Fog. Death Fog we can see and smell. The void is empty, intangible. We don't know it's there until its creatures are upon us. Kem? Linda Kem? All the better that he's avoiding Paulina like the porcine plague, then. The Kem estate is the only safe haven remaining for me in this burning city. This black ring rot has infected the very soil we tread and the air we breathe. I must not let it reach the kingdom. So unless you've no more grievances to air.
How many innocent lives will die before you see reason? Kill her!
Only a coward or an imbecile would invite Isbiel into her court. Either way, she deserves to die.
What's done is done. Murdering Justinia now solves nothing.
Arx's air is clear of Death Fog, yet you would still see me dead. That's not justice, it's savagery. The Queen will reign, with or without your permission.